I just have just something quick. So and I do appreciate our administration having a meeting with our elected officials, with the senators, and with Sweeney and Senator Greenstein and the rest of them. But this is the second meeting where I was excluded as the Fair Funding Committee Chair. So there was a meeting that the board president attended in, I think, May, that was held at one of our schools, and I was not alerted to that meeting. I did go to the Om Patel Memorial that night, so I wouldn't have gone to that meeting anyway, even if I had been invited, because that, to me, took precedence over a sham funding meeting, to be honest. But I wasn't invited to that. Then the follow-up is that this one I wasn't invited to. Now listen, my ego isn't that big that I think I need to be invited to these things, but as the chair, I have to tell you that we have some people that are on our Fair Funding Committee here that work very hard, that were liaisons between our Fair Funding Committee and and those elected officials, and it would have been nice to at least be able to tell them that this kind of stuff was, that these meetings were happening, so that they could at least be aware of it. It's marginalized the committee. I think it's also marginalized the effort that they've put out and how hard they've worked, the nights that they've spent, the weekends that they've spent on their own time to go and do this. They're not being paid for that. And so I'm just, from my standpoint, I'm just going to tell you that I think that this was a political thing, because they didn't want you guys, or they didn't want anybody there that was going to ask real questions and maybe hold their feet to the fire. And maybe that's why the invitation didn't go, because maybe there'd be real questions asked. So I'm respectfully going to resign from that committee. I asked for that Fair Funding Committee to be created when I first got sworn in January 2017, and I am asking now to be removed from that, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But I'm not going to waste any more of my time with a political, dog and pony show. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chiarella.